Hey guys, I was trying to find a rag for when I start sweating because it's already starting, but I wanted to get started on time. Now I was going to start with the explanation about the cycle of the moon and all that stuff. But I think I'm going to jump right into this breath work so that we could be grounding and aligning as this lunar eclipse is happening. All right, I hope the light is good. Let me see. Voila. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this lunar vibe session. Y'all know when I got on my Merlin, this is my magician outfit. You know we about to make some magic. You know the day is gonna be magical, right? Ooh! I always hate having to come down and sit on this floor. Hi everyone. If you're new to my channel, I'm aminaheckstall. I'm the creator of Soul Transforming Energy and Movement. Oh gosh. And this, sorry, I'm still getting myself together. This is a lunar vibe session, which I do with the full moon and the new moon cycles. Okay. So I do want to sage a little. As I sage, I want you to take 4 deep grounding breaths. And for those that aren't familiar with saging, I'm simply clearing the energy of the space. Okay. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. And exhale. Breathe in. Connecting to the energy of the earth and the moon. And breathe out. Relax, relax, relax from the top of your head down to your toes. And breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in one last time. Big breath in, filling yourself up with new, clean energy, light, and love. And exhale. Letting go of stress, of worry, of shame, of guilt, of sorrow, of anger, of resentment. Let it all go. All righty. Now, before I even get into the breath work, let me tell y'all about the craziness of getting ready for this today. Music. You might hear my kids in the background because they were a part of the chaos. Whatever. We're going to pause this for a second. I wanted to initially do this session with a full screen. I got my laptop out. Well, I didn't close my back door. That means you're going to hear people driving by and their music or whatever. Anyway, so I had my laptop set up. I was hooking up a mic to it, tried to hook up my video camera. Went through all this trouble to get my video camera connected, only to look in the camera and see that I look dull. So even with a video camera connected to my lame laptop, it still was terrible. And so after I did all of that, I had to then and set up the live on the laptop, because YouTube makes, if you set up your live session on your phone, you can't go live on your laptop. It's not going to be there. They have live set up as webcam and cell phone. And that was strange because I was like, what? So I set it up on my laptop, and only to have to delete it. So if y'all are seeing two versions of this live, I'm so sorry, because I didn't get a chance to completely delete the one that's supposed to appear on the laptop. Yeah. So hopefully everybody finds me here on my mobile phone, and welcome. I wanted to do those deep breaths first because I feel like we needed to connect to the energy of what's going on above our heads. I find it so strange that many people disassociate the connection of humans to the planet and to the solar system. With all the things going on in the universe, if you connect to the energy, you can understand what's happening here on Earth, because we're a part of the solar system. So even with the moon's phases, especially women, because or those who have menstrual cycles, menstruation and periods, you're, well, they're all the same thing. I just said the same thing in three different ways. Hey, Monique. And our cycles are like the moon cycles. And the moon cycles and phases affect the water on this planet. So if we're all made up of water and different fluids in our bodies, blood and all that stuff, why would you think the moon can affect the ocean but not us? So I make it a point to make sure my collective here knows how to work with the energy of the moon, so that we're not looking crazy like everybody else that doesn't know, who's going to be feeling like, what is happening? We'll be able to harness that energy. We'll know how to use it to our benefit. And we won't be feeling like lunar ticks, because we will understand the phases. We will understand lunar phases. People who don't understand the lunar cycles become lunatics. That's when they say full moon and everybody acts crazy. No, that's full moon, and people who don't understand how to use that energy start to feel crazy, because now the moon is not partially directed to us, it's fully. So now they're feeling all these things arising in their body and not understanding why. And it puts you into an emotional frenzy. We are in a full moon in Pisces, y'all. So before I even get to the sound healing, I do need to discuss that much with you guys. And I'm hoping maybe I should put some music ambiance, because, like I said, my kids are up and at 'em, and I was hoping they'd let me be great today. So let's let's see if they'll let me be great, because they haven't been letting me be rested. So maybe they'll let me at least be able to do what I have to do right now. So anyway, all right, this is a little full moon ambiance. So let's get started. And I don't want to miss anything. So let me get my notes. All right. And how about glasses, Amina? Because the page did look kind of blurry. At least I don't have them on top of my head. That's been one of my fears. I was like, I'm going to be live one day with my glasses on top of my head saying, I can't find my glasses. But I did that already and I recorded reading. Anyway, so we're in a full moon in Pisces. Let's go over really quickly full moons. I know usually full moons mean culminations, like bringing light being shed on something that needs to come to an end, that needs to culminate. Not in this time, okay? Not this time, but we'll get there. But full moons usually build energy towards an ending, a culmination, something coming to its final, like, okay, end result. Um, what makes this one a little different is it's not so much based on a culmination like you did. Like, say for example, let's use damn. I can't get an example. All right. So a culmination, like you're in school, you're studying something, you're in a program, and you worked and worked and worked, and now you're at a level where it's finally time to graduate. That's like full moon energy. It'll show you where it's time for an end. Okay, there's nothing else I can learn here. I've learned all that I am going to get in this place or from this teacher. It's time for me to move on. The difference with the eclipse energy is it's totally about release. So it's not necessarily a culmination. It could just be this is where it ends, and that's where it's going to show up. So, for example, if you're dealing with someone and they're toxic and you know it, like a friend, and they're just still there, they're still around, it could even be a family member, and you've been tolerating them. This full moon energy is going to move you into just being like, I can't do it no more. It's going to show you where you just, mm-mm, this has to go. This has to end. This is not uh benefiting me in a positive way, has to go. So that is the difference with the full moon and the full moon eclipse. Peace, Lay. Um, I gotta I gotta talk to you too about when I was going live on when I was trying to do it on my laptop, it gave me an option like when your live finishes, you could redirect people to watch a video on someone else's channel, but I have to have your permission. So I couldn't connect you. But we'll talk and I'll see how does that work. Like if you do a live, you could redirect people to me. Whatever, that's business talk. All righty, let's get back into it. So anyway, this full moon is also in the energy of Pisces. My son, who you're probably going to hear him in the background a lot, going, because he's playing his video games, he's a Pisces. My mother, she's a Pisces. In fact, my son was technically supposed to have been born on her birthday, but I had complications. So he didn't come for like another week or two. But Pisces, man, it's going to be emotions. It's a water sign, number one. And Pisces are an emotional sign. They're probably the quickest to cry. And and it might get annoying, like, oh, I can't say this to Pisces because they're gonna cry. Don't say this to Pisces because they're gonna be soft, they're gonna be sensitive. And that's not always true because when Pisces are riled up and angry, you get scared. A Pisces angry is scary. Um, will make a fire sign run because they're so water, you know? So that's going to be the energy of this full moon. It's going to have a lot to do with healing, a lot to do with retreating, knowing when to pull your energy back and take a break from things like I've been learning this whole weekend and still not listening. It's going to show you where you need to slow down, pull your energy back from certain things, social media, certain communities, certain people. Um, and this lunar eclipse is going to add to the fact that your intuition is going to be heightened. Your emotions are going to be higher. So let your intuition guide you and well, we'll get to those tips. But that's just what you're going to be feeling. So if you've been feeling very emotional and you're usually not like that, it's because of this energy that's happening. If you've been feeling like, yo, I just know when I feel something, that's this your intuition is getting a boost at this time. And if you've been really feeling like you just can't tolerate certain things that usually you'd be able to be like, all right, I could get through this. But now it's like, I can't take this. It got to go. Or I could deal with this person. They annoy me, but I could deal with them. To the point where now it's like, no, I don't even want to deal with them. That's this energy. Okay. So don't think like, what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong. It's actually the way things are supposed to go. And this phase is the cycle. It's the phase in the cycle where it's time to cut off and release so that you can continue to grow. That's the whole purpose. So let's explain fully the combination of this power. It's an exceptional It's a really, really exceptionally powerful time for spiritual growth, for heightened intuition, and for release. Okay. Fated and intense turning points are going to be happening due to revelations. Okay. What that means is things that are coming to you, like you just had a revelation. I don't want to be a postman anymore, a post worker anymore. I'm just grabbing something out the air. Why? Because I feel called to teach kids. So you bring an end to that career you might have been doing for years, and now you want to pursue teaching kids. This is fate. Okay. Don't look at it as I'm bugging out. Why am I all of a sudden feeling like I don't want to do this anymore so that I could do something else? It is fate and it's the process. So just let it go. But it's going to be intense, intense turning points. You might be living somewhere like me, and all of a sudden you're like, I can't be here anymore. That's gonna cause some intense turning points in your life, intense occurrences in your life with these changes. Okay. And faded and intense changes don't always mean negative. It could be like, okay, I'm in this relationship, I've been in this relationship for a long time. It's time to go to the next step. Otherwise, what's happening here? Maybe you're not committed. You're in an open relationship. Now you're at a point where it's like, it's time. My feelings are deeper. We need to commit. That type of stuff. Okay. Doesn't always have to be a negative release. Um, Chapters also can be closed now where growth is desired. Where you want to grow more, you can shut a chapter down, and our guides, those that are drawn here, are going to assist in closing chapters. So if you have someone that stays in your energy, you broke up with them years ago and they still watch you online. Your friends tell you they asked about you. They show up at places you are because they're stalking you subliminally. You can close that chapter now. All you have to do is but a word. Hey, cut it. And in cases where it's another person, you can't really control how to cut them off. Um, There are ways though. But cord cuttings will work really good at this time. People that are energetically connected to you. So even if they're stalking you still, or even if you can't get out of a job, or you can't move out of a home, or something that's like just attached to your energy right now, you can't, even if you do move away, you still feel a pull back. um you can do cord cutting, and that will actually free you up energetically. Okay, so that you don't feel like you're being pulled to your past that you're trying to move away from. Okay. um at this time, you're also going to have no choice but to surrender and trust your intuition. It's going to be serious guidance coming from your spirit guide team. And the more you try to force something to go your way rather than intuitively following what to do, you're going to struggle. So if you feel like, I want to do something else, but I'm scared, so I'm going to stay here. That's you listening to logic, but your intuition already told you go do the other thing. So what's going to happen is you not going and listening to your intuition, you're going to suffer until you do. Okay? So intuition, telling y'all trust your intuition. Emotions, secrets, and fears, even unconscious fears, are going to rise to the surface, and bad patterns, habits, so that you can face them and let them go. So if you start to feel like you've been holding down something, you're not expressing it, it's gonna feel like you can't anymore. You have to say it. You have to get it out. Okay. If you don't, you'll start to feel sick, like you're holding toxic waste in your body. You're gonna have to get that out. Um, Feelings, emotions, little secrets, things you're afraid of. Fears come up to the surface for you to face, not necessarily for you to share with everybody else. You have to start to realize, why am I not taking a step towards something I really want, and really think about what the fears are behind that. I had to stop and really think. I was telling somebody just this past weekend, last weekend, when I did my first outdoor STEAM session live and in person, that the first day that I went, I was scared to really do the steam session the way I planned it. And so I left my sound bowls home. I left my chimes. I left everything home that made me unique. And I didn't get the energy that I wanted. The next day, I said, okay, what are you afraid of? And what I realized was my fear in that moment was not being ready, not knowing enough to do the healing that I had been freaking certified and studying to do. I still didn't feel like, you know, it's like going to school to be a doctor and now you're in a surgery and you're like, oh shoot, I don't know if I'm ready. It felt like that. But once I did it, now that fear is gone, and I will never doubt my knowledge or my wisdom again. And that's kind of what's going to be happening. Your fears are going to show up for you to say, okay, this is what is stopping me, and for you to push through. Okay. Dreams and creativity will be vivid or will increase. So if you're feeling extra, extra creative right now, dip and dab into it, whether that's your life career choice or not, doesn't matter. Dip and dab into that. Check it out. It's another way to release, honestly. And your dreams, try to record them. If you're somebody like me who you don't remember your whole dream after about 2 seconds of being up, have your phone next to you. As soon as you get up, turn on your video and start talking. I just woke up from a dream, blah 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 blah. I used to have a whole bunch of my dreams recorded. Now my phone broke and I lost that phone or whatever. But it's good to have, because in those dreams are going to be intuitive messages, little things that if you listen back or you read it, if writing is better for you, if you read it back, you'll start to see little signs and synchronicities like, oh, well, what did that mean? And how come this person was in my dream? And it'll start to make sense, all right, in your daily life. So let's get to the 5 tips of how to harness this energy, even though that kind of gives you an idea. And then we're going to get to this sound bath, all right? Number 1 tip. Avoid making major decisions unless it'll complete a cycle. So right now, if there's any major big life-changing decisions you have to make right now, or you feel like you have to make right now, they're saying during the eclipse season, which we're in now, because there's another eclipse coming after this one, I think on the 21st, there's a partial solar eclipse. But you'll know because I'll be doing a reading that day. But anyway, so during this little eclipse time, don't make any huge decisions that are like based on just out of the air. Maybe somebody's coming to you with something and saying, "Hey, uh we want to give you a contract that'll take you out of your job." If you just started at your job and you're not really unhappy there, but this is going to pay you more money, but they're saying don't make that big decision just yet, because with eclipses, you never know what it's trying to teach you and show you. So to make a big decision during this time, you might get a surprise like, oh, it looked like it paid more money, but I hate this job. I hate it. I don't like doing it. Something like that. So just take your time with big decisions. But if it will complete a cycle, like say you've been sitting for a long time in something, it could even be a relationship, it could be a home, and maybe it's something that just it's been dragging and dragging, and finally something it's like it's time to make a decision to get up out of this or to move forward or to take the next step. That is okay, because that will be completing a cycle, so that's something new. You're stepping into something new. All right. And the next moon is a new moon. So it's good to start preparing. Okay. Number 2, and this is really probably the number 1 thing for right now: prioritize self care. Pisces is about healing and rehabilitation, and pulling your energy back and knowing when to say, I got to take care of me. All right. So prioritize self care. during this time to protect protect your energy. Okay, if you have crystals, if you have talisman, if you do prayer, if you're a prayer warrior, whatever you do, protect your energy. If you're going to be around people that you know or you don't know, could be a little toxic or off, do something to protect your energy. All right, if you're going to be on social media like me live, wear things, have crystals, things around you that repel any energy, because sometimes people could send you negative energy and be unconscious, not conscious of it. And I could tell you that because me and members of my family, we have that issue sometimes. And it's not like saying we be sitting and sending people negative energy, but everybody, I mean, it might be just I don't want to say a black thing or a city thing, but it's just a thing where sometimes somebody might be doing something and your face could start being like, and you don't realize you're doing it. But it's because your mind is saying like, "What the fuck?" What is that? And it shows up in your energy without you consciously saying, "Ew, what the hell?" It's in your vibe. So we don't send negative energy to people. I would clarify that. But we can have thoughts where it's like you're thinking something while you're looking at somebody. You might not even be thinking about them. You could be looking at them thinking about, oh my God, I'm tired today. Ugh, I don't want to do nothing today. I don't even feel like listening to this person that's talking right now. And that energy is coming towards you. So protect your energy, okay? And make sure you're not the one sending it. So watch, be conscious of your mindset as well. Number three, rest and spend time in nature. Can't stress resting and taking care of yourself enough. This came up more than one time for the 5 tips. So I have to mention it again. And getting outdoors into nature, connecting to it, putting your feet in the grass, your hands in the grass or the dirt, good to do. Okay. At this time, it will recharge you. It'll feel like medicine to your soul. Number four, allow your feelings to come out through creative activities. So, if you are somebody who needs a way to release some of the emotions that you have been suppressing, find something artistic you can do. Writing, draw it out, sing it out. Even if you ain't that great of a singer, dance it out. Play a musical instrument if you have something you could beat on or strum, or, you know, find a creative way to do it. All right, even if it's creative play, just playing and having fun can kind of lift your spirits and help you to like um connect to emotions that you might have been suppressing. Like you might suppress joy. Some people suppress joy. And let me tell you, I have been that person before. Like if I'm around somebody that I know doesn't like me and I know they don't want to see me flourish, that used to make me, and it still does sometimes with my kid's dad, TMI, but I will dim my shine. I'll not dress that flashy. I'll not really get myself all fixed up, and I won't laugh and I won't smile, and I'll tone down my joy if I am happy at that time, because I don't want to trigger somebody who's not happy, who might feel like, the hell you happy for? And want to send you some nasty energy. So allow your feelings to come out. If it's joy and happiness you're suppressing, let that show through. Don't suppress it. And I feel like other people need to hear that. So, number 5, learn acceptance. Open up to endings and shift perspective. Learning acceptance. This is what it is. That's what following your intuition is going to show you. It's not you feeling like I'm in control. It's you saying, all right, this is what the message source is sending me. This is the guidance I'm receiving from my higher self. And so this is what it is. And if it has to end, then there's an ending. But shifting my perspective, this is not an ending, it's a beginning, a new beginning, a chance for a new beginning. So that's kind of how you can accept certain things that you don't technically like. You can just look at it in a different way. All right. And that will help you make it through this time. Now, because the reading's going to take a minute. That's why I'm kind of speeding through, because I don't have the pals set up, meaning I'm going to be running my mouth as I set up the pals. So let's get right to this visualization. All right. This sound bath is meant to help you connect to the crown chakra, the third eye, and the heart chakra. Why do I choose those often? Because the crown is where you're going to get that's how you connect to source energy, and it vibrates to the color purple, violet. Your third eye is where you get your messages. That's where that connection brings you your higher learn knowledge. All right. Your ancient wisdom, your connection to all your guides, the third eye being active. And that vibrates to probably almost this indigo, a deep, deep, deep blue. And then I do the, not meaning to skip the throat, but I feel like it's just a channel going on down. I go to the heart because I feel like your heart has to be open in order to trust the messages and the signals that are being sent to you. Otherwise, if your heart is shut and blocked, you're not going to trust your intuition or source. Okay. So we're going to activate it and we're going to ground, and I'm going to put the drums on, and the ancestors are tap dancing around me because I don't know if you noticed, I am now sweating. And I'm looking at my washcloth and it's so far. I'm not getting up. I'm going to be wet, whatever. I'll be sweating. All righty. So close your eyes. Sit comfortably. You could sit on the floor. You could sit with your feet flat on the ground, just no shoes, no socks. All right. We're really getting grounded today. So if you have anything on your feet that's blocking you from doing that, take it off. Okay. All right. Oh, another thing. You can sit with your hands either open to receive the messages. You can sit with them on your heart center, because this position does activate the heart chakra, but it also activates the root chakra. It's a position, it's a hand mudra for support, feeling that support, feeling guided and protected and safe. All right. Or, oh gosh, I'm so sweaty. Okay. Or you can sit with your hands in your lap like this. This activates the third eye. And no, sorry, this is for crown chakra. All right. So close your eyes and let's begin. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. And out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe into your heart center, sending green light, green sparkling light to the heart, and breathe out. Take a deep breath in, sending light to your third eye, a bright, shiny, like sapphire blue light, and breathe out. Take a deep breath in, sending purple light, violet light to your crown. Connect to source and breathe. One more deep breath in. And breathe out. Breathe naturally in and out, finding your rhythm, getting in sync with the flow of the universe, connecting to the heartbeat of the planet. Breathe. And what I want you to do as you exhale, every time you exhale, visualize yourself releasing things, places, and people that drain your energy. See them going, see them flowing away peacefully with love. And breathe love into your heart. Love, compassion, no animosity, no resentment for what needs to be released. Just let it go. You can give it colors, whatever the color of letting go is for you. See these things, these places, these people going with ease. Voila, I felt some resistance in the heart center. Sending green and pink light to your heart chakra. It is safe to trust your guidance that you receive. Whatever messages come to you, whatever feelings rise to the surface, let them. These things are rising up for you to face and release. This is the sound of release, of cleansing, of clearing, of letting things that no longer serve a purpose in our lives fall away. And just breathe. The things that are leaving, the things that you need to release, the things that are flowing out of your energy, out of your vibration, it is destiny. It's time for you to grow. Now connect to your magician, your inner magician, your master manifester, your higher self that knows what you believe, you receive. Visualize yourself standing in your magic. What does your inner magician look like? And what does that magician want to manifest now? Is it good health? Is it love? Is it a deeper connection to source? Is it spiritual growth? Or is it prosperity and abundance? Is it a happy family life? Clear out that which does not match what you want to manifest and welcome in the magic. Know that what you believe, you receive. From here on forward, we will be conscious of our thoughts. We will be conscious of our words as magicians, as manifestors, as those that are clearing our path with the assistance of our spirit guide team. We move forward in gratitude, we move forward in wisdom, and we speak into being what we want to manifest. So take a deep breath in through your mouth. Bringing that light into your heart center. It is safe to open up to love. It's safe to release that which no longer serves a purpose, and exhale. Let that exhale feel like relief. Breathe in. Connecting to your third eye, opening up to messages that want to come in, clearing out any psychic attacks, any spiritual attacks, anybody that's sending negative energy towards you, and breathe out. Breathe in, connecting to source energy, knowing you are a co-creator, and breathe out. One more time, deep breath in. Clearing out any leftover stale thoughts and breathe out. Slowly return to the space you're in. Rubbing the tops of your legs. Stretching out your arms. Wrapping them around yourself. Hugging yourself. Listening. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Giving yourself love. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Slowly open your eyes. And here come my children. All right. Woo, that felt good. All right. So now we're going to get into the pick a pal portion of this session. All right. So give me a minute to move the bowls to the side and bring the cards over. Oof. Alrighty. This pick a card session is sound bowls, you are finished. Said I got these little sunflowers sitting here too because I feel like September, marks the ending of summer. We're gonna be moving into autumn soon. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm a spring baby and I love the summer, but this year I have not been liking the summer. I think since I've been going through perimenopause and having hot flashes and all this other crazy crap, I don't like the summer. I don't like it no more. And and as I get older, I have lesser tolerance. Like my tolerance level lowers. So like now, like in the summer, kids don't go to school, so they outside all day screaming and yelling and running around my house and in the yard, and I'm just like, when is school starting again? When is school starting again? And I've started to yearn for autumn. So fall is going to become my new favorite time of the year. But yeah, I just have these little sunflowers here to mark the last few days of summer. Now let me bring this table on over. My chimes have a mind of their own. And hopefully they don't fall over because they like to do that too. Okay, here we go. And I hope I'm close enough today. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay. You would think that the twin that's talking is mic'd. She's so loud. All right, let me move a little closer to the table. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sit with my legs like this the whole time. I'm probably gonna end up in a cut split or something. But let's go. So let me set up these pals and just give you an idea of what this reading is going to be telling you. So this is a pretty quick read. What makes it long is that the ancestors said 4 pals. I usually do 3 when I do a live session because I know people's attention spans are short and they ain't gonna want to wait around if they choose pal 4 or 5 or 6. They're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm not staying for this whole thing. I'll come back later. So I would just keep it at 3 because I felt like if I keep it at 3, that'll be quick enough that people will not be like, oh God, I can't wait. Today, your guide said, oh well, they gonna have to wait because we doing 4 pals. Okay. So I have to, what I might do is so that you're not sitting through me setting up each pal, I'm going to show you the objects you have to choose from. And is it a top card? Nope, you're choosing by an object. So I can actually let you choose your object and then I will do each pile as I go. That I think will make things a lot quicker rather than me saying, okay, blah, 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 while I'm setting up each pile. So I'm going to take the cards out their boxes so that I'm already halfway there. Something I should have done already. But I told y'all I was really, really struggling today to get this together because I didn't want it to be a camera screen. I wanted it sideways so you can see my whole setup and my Merlin, the African magician outfit, but it didn't go as planned. Oh, I thought I was going to have to go back there and check a kid. All right. So, yeah, I am. Give me 1 second. Oh, all righty. Oh, gosh. Oh, it sounds like every kid is trying to come out their room now. Everybody was chilling. Don't look at my crotch. And now everybody trying to come out. Whatever. Okay. They all fed. They all got something to drink. So I don't want to see nobody in the comments like, oh, go take care of the kids. They taking care. You know, for those that are new here, my kids are special needs. So some things they're just not going to comprehend, like mom is working. All right. Boom, boom. So let me get the cards out. Put these to the side, and then I could show y'all the 4 objects that you have to choose from. These cards are read last. I really, really am mad at myself for not having at least had the cards out the boxes. Sheesh. And I'm sure I've done this before and have been upset at myself at that time as well. Like, girl, why didn't you have this already out? But this moon reading, I kind of last minute grabbed these cards like last night. I even got a deck, summer holiday deck is going to be in here because y'all not going to see it again because my next live will probably be, well, you might see it in some of my pre-recordings. I don't know. But the next session I have, I think, is the fall equinox. It's either that or the new moon. I can't remember. Okay. So let me show you your objects you have to choose from. Where are they? Ah, mess. Okay. I'm getting distracted because I keep hearing people coming in and out of rooms behind me, and I'm waiting because if someone knocks this down, that's going to be a problem. Okay. All right. So, PAL 1 is represented by this moon crystal. If you feel drawn to this, your message is in the first group. PAL 2 is represented by this moon symbol. Each PAL has a moon symbol. Okay. Feel drawn to that, then your message is in PAL 2. Pile 3, you have this moon symbol. So if you feel drawn to this crystal, your message is in pile 3. And lastly, pile 4 is represented by this moon symbol. Okay. So if you feel drawn to this, your message is in pile 4. Let's get into it. Pile 1 first, of course. Sometimes I go backwards, because I feel like because I chose pile 4 or something, why do I have to wait through everybody? So you know what? We're going to go the other way around. Something must have clicked in my head. Somebody out there must have been like, oh, damn it, I got to wait through all of those. So I'm going to move them to the side. We're going to do pile 4 first. If you were drawn to pile 4, and you should write it in the comments because I'm telling you, I connect. Well, you don't have to, but you could always like reveal it later. It just helps me better to connect to the energy of the people on the channel, especially if you've never commented before. So my pal 4s. My pal 4s. Let me get my glasses. All right. So first off, you were drawn to my symbol for Black Moon Goddess Lily. Okay. Also known as the original first woman before Eve. Okay. So if you were drawn to this symbol, I can tell that this full moon is going to be spiritual growth for you. You are going to be wanting to maybe learn more healing techniques. You're going to want to participate in more healing events. You might feel called to study something more that's going to advance your knowledge when it comes to spirituality, healing techniques. You might find yourself also energetically at this time feeling like people might not be understanding your independence. Lily's energy, or Lilith as some call her, as most call her, but Lily's energy is like very empowering. She knows who she is, she knows what she wants, and a masculine energy trying to deter her from her direction is not going to work. Lily is the representation of a strong woman who has divine masculine and feminine balance. And that's the vibe you're going to be moving into. And you're also, when you're going through a spiritual growth spurt or awakening, you're going to realize that what you're going to be releasing around this time is going to be bad habits and toxic people and places. You're going to find that you're not going to be able to tolerate them. You're going to feel sick when you do try to. And this is going to be a time for you to really release these things because you're leveling up spiritually. You're getting a deeper connection to your guides, and your intuition is opening up and letting you know this don't feel right. Time to shift. All right. So the first question for you, for all the pals, is what huge shift is about to happen in your life? Oops. And I'm using my homemade deck. Do you know how great you are, Oracle, of messages from your spirit team? So you're going to get 3 cards, a brown one, a black one, and a white one, to tell you which huge shift, or give you an idea of what huge shift is coming in for you at this time. Okay. So pile 1, you are 4. My 4s, keep in mind, this is pile 4. I'm going backwards. So if you were drawn to 3, 2, or 1, they're coming after. So first off, my 4s, you need to know an old friend in the spirit realm is sending you some love and light. Now, this could be a relative from this lifetime, or a friend, or somebody, or it could be from a past lifetime. But just know you have someone on the other side sending you light. And I wanted to say life. So maybe they're just giving you an energy boost. But how the huge shift that's happening in your life right now is you're connecting more to the spirit realm. And the things and synchronicities that are happening, don't doubt them. Okay. They're coming through to confirm for you that, yeah, your connection is deepening. All right. Pile 4, you also have, you've met your divine mate. You may not see it or are insecure. What you have is divine. So, what I'm also seeing a huge shift happening in your life is you recognizing that you have found. Why does this card want to come out? And this was not going to be my next one for you, but I guess it must be for y'all. I'll leave it there. All right. So as I was saying, a huge shift in your life is your divine mate is going to come in. The black cards, you can see the words a little better, but they're not as cute as the cards with the pictures. That's why I'm not showing them. Um, if you are already with someone, they're kind of saying the shift that's going to happen is that you're going to realize there's some insecurities you still carry. And that's why you can't see that what you have is divine yet. But you're going to. And if you feel like I ain't got nobody, they're coming in. And if you feel like I'm not really interested in anybody, then the divine connection that's coming in or may already be here is something you love to do. Okay. Or even a friendship, a divine partner that's like your buddy for life, that is loyal. All righty. I'll look at that last because I don't know why that popped out. All right. Yeah, there's something with you, power fours, with love. That's the biggest shift too. With the spiritual awakening, it's also bringing love. All right. So if you've been having fears or worries, I feel like this pal. Now I chose more than one. I ain't gonna lie. I was drawn to this pal, and I was drawn to another one. But anyway, if you've been having doubts that a union is going to happen, maybe you are with someone, but there's circumstances where you guys can't come together. It's like there's confirmation saying it's going to happen. It says a union is here, is coming, or has been here. It's like a second time that they're saying that you possibly already are in this union. But the shift that's coming in is you're going to see it, you're going to feel it, you're going to know it. All right. It says love is in the air. If you've been worrying about your relationship with a lover or close friend, don't. The love and bond is very real. Can it get any better? Yep. Watch. All right. And keywords will be love renews, soulmate, divine unions, true friends, in love with self. Okay. So that also lets you know that divine unions ain't always got to be with someone else. It could be you uniting with your higher self. Okay. Now, what did they want y'all to know that I wasn't going to tell you? The same thing that I said when I was telling y'all about the moon. It says you need to know that the timing is not right for a major life change at this time. However, you are supposed to be planning. In 5 weeks or 5 months, it'll be time. So if there's some kind of major life change that you're trying to do right now, maybe scale it down and start planning this major one, but take a tiny step instead. Okay. And that could even be towards a divine union. Maybe you're thinking about marriage. For those that the divine union is about an intimate partnership. They're saying at this time, it's not right to make a major move with this person towards them or away from them, but start to make plans. What you can do is take tiny steps. Like, there's levels to things in relationships. Take a step towards it, but don't do something that's going to completely change everything because it's not time yet. And that's what they already told us with the eclipse. So I think that was a reminder. If you're rushing anything when it comes to a union with a friend, I'm even hearing with customers, maybe loyal customers, clients, a love relationship, tiny steps right now, no major life changes. All right. Okay, power fours. The next question for y'all, the next question, period. Why do I keep saying for y'all? The next question is what's ending now that needs to end? So it could be something that you feel it ending, but you're like still hanging on. You don't want it to end. On power fours, we have the 9 of Pentacles. I'm going to show it my way first so I could read it. The 5 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles. Now I'll turn it around. 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. I'm not taking reversals, so don't worry if it's upside down. Sometimes upside down is a good thing, though. All right. So, what's ending now that needs to end in your life? It looks like you not feeling financially comfortable. Okay. Your finances are about to shift. Perhaps you constantly been feeling a struggle. I see a lot of disappointment and sadness when it comes to advancing financially, when it comes to being comfortable. It feels like you might have even invested your money in things and jobs and people and homes and places, and it did not fulfill. You see all those cups knocked over. It's like she's mourning the cups. She's grieving where she poured her heart into stuff and it did not manifest. That's about to shift. We got Eight of Pentacles here. You're about to move into some kind of new career or a new level in your career. So if you have been like doubting your gifts because you haven't been seeing financial success from it yet, that's what's shifting now. Okay. If you've been feeling like, I don't really fit this career, you're going to see the one that fits you come in and it's going to change your finances. I see you leveling up financially. All right. Oof. That's great. All right, let me see if we can still see them. Okay, let me just leave those here. All right, next question. How are you meant to emerge from this cycle completion? Pal 4, how are you meant to emerge from this cycle completion? I'm using Black Moon Lily Oracle and the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Faith. You're supposed to emerge from this cycle more connected to source, trusting, having faith, because the things that you see, Habeli, the things that you've been wanting to create and bringing to fruition are growing. You're going to see them manifesting and your faith is going to be renewed. So something is going to happen that's going to make you say, ah, I am connected to source. Maybe you're at this pile because you're somebody who is starting to lose faith or starting to feel like, I don't know with God, I don't know what's happening, I don't know about my spiritual team. This cycle, by the end of it, you're going to be like, sorry, God. Okay. Um, let me get you a card from Black Moon Lily. Well, Lilith. How is Pal 4 meant to emerge from this cycle completion? Expansion, prosperity, and growth. The planet of Jupiter. Luck and good fortune. You are about to come out of this cycle. Maybe you're in poverty or struggling right now, but by the end of this cycle, this moon cycle, by the time we get to the new moon, something's going to have shifted. I'm feeling like by the end of this month, you don't have that much longer to wait, and your faith is going to be renewed whatever happens or comes in. Question is, it's not really a question. I asked to get some advice for eclipse season. Okay. So, Pal Force, I'm taking one card from each of the Moonology decks to answer this. I'm right. So I don't know why I put all those cards on my left. It feels so awkward reaching that way. Okay. Let me just have to, because I ain't got no room over there. That's why. All right, Pal Force. First card of advice. Conclusions are within reach. Do you know this is the full moon eclipse card? Literally, this eclipse is everything for you, Pal 4s. Conclusions are within reach. So anything where you felt like you was in a fog, you're in the woods, you can't see the way out, you don't know what's going to happen, what to do next, what's going to happen. They're like conclusions are coming in. If you feel like you're in a situation with a person and you're like, I don't know what to do about it, you're going to find out. It's coming soon. This full moon eclipse is going to reveal it. All right. What else does Pal 4 need to know in order to succeed during eclipse season? Do nothing. Void moon. And I'm sure that means, in my case, rest, pause, meditate. They're literally telling you you've done enough. When you get the card void, it's like you're feeling like you're in the in between. You left the past and the future's in front of you, but your present has you still kind of teeter-tottering to the past and not really letting the future come in. And what that teeter-tottering is you still trying to control. I can't see the future. So I'm going to move back into the past because that's familiar. And I know that where that's going to take me. But I can't because it doesn't feel comfortable anymore. So now you're in the void. And they're saying you've done enough already in the past that now You don't need to do nothing but meditate, visualize what you want. It's going to start to come in. Doing too much at this time, not a good idea. Let me say that again for myself. Doing too much at this time, Amina, not a good idea. All right. And your last card of advice for my fours. Last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up. Have you been depressed, pal, for? Have you been sad, crying a lot, stressing, worried about this conclusion, like you can't see the way forward? You feel like you keep getting sat on your behind, do nothing. And when you try to do something, you don't feel well, you're burnt out, or am I just talking about myself? Anyway, pal, four, it's time to lighten up. We got to get out of our heads and get into our hearts and start to think more positively. That's what I'm hearing. Stay positive, stay optimistic during this time. Don't push, don't force anything. Conclusions are coming in naturally. Sit back and relax because by the end of this cycle, your faith will be renewed, your prosperity is going to be up, and your spiritual connections are going to be strong. And that's what I got for you, my pal fours. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to share, write it in the comments. I answer all my comments. And I'm not using the same cards twice because had I made pals in advance, this would have been exclusive to pal 4. Therefore, you won't see these cards again if you stay for another pal. What the heck? Pal 4, what is going on with cards flying out? There's a card sitting here. Random. So I guess I'm supposed to share it. It's from the Moonology deck. I don't know. Did y'all see me shuffle and a card fly? I didn't even see this happen. But anyway, it's another card of advice for the eclipse. And it says new moon in Capricorn. Step up and lead, pal 4. So it's like sit and do nothing. But at the same time, know that you're meant to be in a leadership position. Step up into it. If you've been shying away, if you've been insecure about promotions when it comes to work, or just stepping up and taking the lead on a project, or even as a parent, like getting a voice more with your children, it's time to step up and lead. Okay, it's time. Wow. And that was interesting. Where did I put your pal? Oh, okay. All right, pal 4. Wow. Now let's move on to pal 3. If you were drawn to this symbol, this is a labradorite crystal, symbol of the moon and the sun. Yes, ashe, ashe. I like that, pal. All right. Now, pal 3, drawn to this moon and sun symbol, but literally labradorite, does let me know that there's some protective energy, a covering for you. I do feel like you're going to be feeling like you're going from night to day, like maybe a complete transformation. You, my pal 3s, may find that nothing around you is the same by the end of this cycle. You might be living somewhere else, whole new group of friends, new job, everything is shifting for you. But I do see it coming in not so rough. Pal 4, I don't know. The energy for Pal 4, I felt like it's going to be almost miraculous. With Pal 4 might feel like, oh, wow, there is a God. This pal, I feel like you're going to see it coming in like how you see the night change and the sun rises. It's going to feel like that. Like I see things getting better, Okay. So let's go to your first question. Do you know how great you are, Oracle? All right, sorry, I'm mixing things up. And the question is, what huge shifts are about to happen in your life? You're going to get 3 cards, a black one, a white one, and a brown one. Unless you're like Pal 4 and cards start flying. All right, my Pal 3s. First card, recognition that's long overdue. I feel like all these pals are for everybody, but the one you pick is your main message. Okay. So what huge shift is about to happen in your life, my Pal 3s? Recognition. Maybe you've been feeling like you don't get recognized, you don't get respect, you don't. It doesn't have to be on a grand scale. It could be in your own damn home. Whatever the case may be, this recognition for what you do and what you bring to the table and your gifts and talents is about to come in. What are the shift? You've won the lottery. Well, maybe not exactly. Okay. But it will definitely begin to feel like it. Didn't I say it's like a slow, feels like a gradual shift for Pal 3? All right. Recently, you had an idea and you either did or you will act on it. That's when your entire life changes and your dreams come true. So, the key words for this shift that's coming in for you is winning. So, use those words, these words, wishes come true. You can even affirm these following your heart and success. Okay. Those are the shifts, huge shifts that's about to happen in your life. You're gonna feel like you won the doggone lottery, because there's some idea you got that if you do it, it's gonna shift everything. And lastly, you need to know that if you feel a lack of direction, stop doing and look within. Didn't the last pile get told to stop doing? List 3 things you can't imagine not doing or living without. And there's your focus. So pal 3, I feel like you're scattered. You have a lot of talents and gifts and you're trying to figure out which one to do. Um, or you have a lot on your plate just going on and you're trying to figure out where to focus first. They're saying take a step back for a minute. It You're gonna get a moment in your life where you're gonna realize that you're not going to find your direction by constantly moving in 100 different directions. So the shift that's coming in your life for right now is that you're going to finally find your niche, what you're supposed to be focusing on, what is your calling. And you're going to do that by listing 3 things you can't imagine not doing or living without. And that's going to let you see this is mine. This is what I should be focusing on. And that's going to bring a shift, a huge shift in your life because you no longer feel like scattered energy and you won't be feeling like nothing's moving, but you're doing so much. All right. Next question. What's ending now that needs to end? What's ending now that needs to end for Pal 3s? I'm not taking reversals, but I will take note of them. What is ending now that needs to end for Pal 3? Well, we have the death card. Literally, transformation. Now, what needs to end now? Everything. A huge transformation. Everything. Oh, gosh. So, what's ending now that needs to end is a whole lot. Your whole life is about to change. I guess that's why it's a gradual shift. It's not something that's going to happen overnight, but I think before this year is over, you're not going to be the same person. All right, what else for them? What's ending that needs to end now? King of Pentacles coming through. Feeling like people don't see you, they're not loyal, they don't support you. That's going to end. Okay, you're going to start to see who your people are and realize who's loyal. And people are also going to see that in you, that you're consistent, you're loyal, you're there, you're trustworthy. And maybe they didn't always get that from you, but it's about to shift. That's about to change. Okay. Also, I feel like a level of prosperity is going to change for you as well. Something with your money as well. What's ending though is you feeling unsupported and being afraid to change. I hear that too. That's ending. Fear of transforming, being someone that your friends and family don't recognize. That's a fear that you're gonna let go of. And 10 of Cups. What's ending now that needs to end is unhappiness. Okay, and dissatisfaction at home in your family life. You're going to be moving into the energy of feeling more happy, maybe getting into union with someone. If you're already in a relationship, it's just your family and your home life is going to bring you a lot of emotional bliss because it feels like perhaps at one time, with this King of Pentacles sitting here, he was reversed. You might have been dealing with a masculine who wasn't very loyal, a masculine that might have been sneaky, cheating, pretending to be loyal, but they had finances under control, or pretending to act like they had a lot of money, and then you realize this guy don't really got it like that. It's just something phony that you might have been dealing with, that there this that false relationship or family life or whatever that person brought into your life, that is completely ending now. Complete ending. You're going to be moving into a whole new cycle in relationship or family energy with someone else. Take that how it resonates, y'all. Whew. All right, pal 3. So, how are you meant to emerge from this cycle of completion? Black Moon Lilith and the Queen of the Moon deck. How is pal 3 meant to emerge from this cycle completion? Okay. Pal 3, we have assessing first quarter moon. Look how she has nothing. This actually made me think of the Never Ending Story. If you ain't seen it, go see it. I mean, it's free on YouTube, I believe. But it's like when Fantasia disappeared, they were just floating in space, trying to find a little bit of life left, reassessing things. How do we start again? How do we bring back, this light that used to exist? I feel like you're meant to emerge from this cycle with a clean slate, like assessing things again. Okay, where do I go now? Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? Do I want to go that way? Is that how I want to continue to move forward? You're going to be more assessing and less trying to do everything. You're going to be assessing where your energy best can be used and reciprocated as well. I hear for this pal 3, you have to start making sure the energy you put out is reciprocated back. Meaning, if you are doing a service for someone, you're getting some kind of energetic exchange. Okay. I feel like this pal here, you might have coddled people a lot. Oh, you need me? Okay. Oh, you need me? Okay. And then lady like, no one appreciates me. Nobody recognizes me. Recognition is long overdue. I've done so much. You're going to be assessing those things. You're going to emerge a lot wiser from this cycle. And we have Mars coming through. The fire signs choose this pal, Aries. Drive, energy, and passion is about to turn up. So you're going to emerge from this cycle more passionate about a certain goal or a relationship. You're going to emerge from this cycle with your energy feeling like it's higher, and it should, because you're completely letting go of stuff that no longer serves a purpose. I mean, you literally got the death card, and you're going to be feeling more driven towards your goal because you took some time to pause and assess things and come up with the 3 things you can't imagine not doing. So now you'll have more energy to do them because you cut off the stuff that's not necessary. All right, pal 3s, good work. So let's get you your advice for the eclipse season. I'm using one card from each of the Moonology decks. Yes, I know I sound like a broken recorder if you've been here from the beginning, but I have to repeat it in case people pop in and out. So your first card of advice is a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. Y'all, is everybody here trying to find love? Second power with all of this. Okay. A new romantic cycle begins. So your advice, your advice for this eclipse season is to stay open to romance, because whether you want it or not, something's coming in. Maybe it's going to be a romance between you and something you love to do, or you and your family members. It doesn't necessarily have to be an intimate, when people say romance, it could just be a loving, whimsical feeling. I don't know. But traditionally, romance does mean an intimate love relationship. So stay open to that. And if you're already in one, know that it's getting a new cycle. All right. So be open to a new beginning energetically in your relationship, as well as because you're changing. You got the death card. You're gonna completely transform. So yeah, that's gonna change your relationships that you're in as well. All right, my 3s. You have last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself during this cycle. You're going through a huge change, pal 3. Don't beat yourself up. Be proud, because many people couldn't handle some of the stuff that's going to be changing. And it's not necessarily just changing in your life, but in you. Here we go with cards jumping up. This, I guess, well, this is your card. I was going to shuffle, but it says love, day moon. And that's creepy. Then I say, like, watching it go from night to day for this pal. You got the day moon, like the moon in the day. So you literally went from night to day with your advice. And love seems to be the key for you. Okay. They're advising you to stay in the energy of love and compassion, and not just for everybody, but for yourself. For yourself. Be proud of yourself. I feel like this pal, you need to be somebody who has a ritual for when you succeed at little things, at anything. Like, all right, y'all. I'm hitting up my closest buddies. I want to celebrate because today I did. It could be something that people might be like, that ain't nothing. Oh, maybe you're a social media person. You have a personality on social media. Today I got like 10 comments and I never got comments before. I want to celebrate that. Who wants to go out with me? Go out and get something quick to eat, maybe go out dancing. Who wants to come over? We just gonna listen to music. Like, find ways to celebrate, even if you celebrate with yourself. Light a candle, play some music, and party with your ancestors. I did that. But it's time for you to be proud of the things you've accomplished, to love on you, and be open to love, because new romantic cycles are coming in and you're going to be totally changed by the end of this month. You might not even recognize your own life. All right. And it's for the positive. That's what I got for you, my Power Threes. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe and join this family of light. I am moving on to Power 2. Okay. Power 2s. If you were drawn to the moon goddess symbol, this is your session. So, if you're drawn to the moon goddess symbol, I feel like you are very uh fertile with ideas, with dreams. This gives me dream state, like just really sitting in a dream state, visioning the things that you want to happen, to manifest. But I do feel like, and I hope this ain't for the whole collective, but it looks like to chill out. Be still. Your dreams aren't going anywhere. You have time, okay? You have time. And I do feel like this pal is in a rush. It gives me the energy of feeling like you don't have enough time to do something. And this moon cycle is going to kind of wants to slow you down and let you know, hold your vision. Don't let it go because you don't see it coming in fast as you want it to. It's coming. Second pal I was drawn to. Damn it. Okay. So, your first question: what huge shifts are about to happen in your life? And we are using the Do You Know How Great You Are Oracle deck created by me. And guys, I'm going to have my own Oracle deck out soon to sell. I'm about to submit to a publishing company. It will be called The Lightworker's Guide to Balance. And yeah, it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Who says that about their books? It's going to be cool. Anyway, all right, my pal. Twos. What huge shift is about to happen in your life? I'm going to pull 3 cards. One will be white, one will be black, and one will be brown. And they were all next to each other. So I'll take those. Okay. So the first huge shift we have that's going to be happening in your life, master teacher. I guess this is my pal, my second choice. All right. So if you've been doubting your knowledge, your wisdom, your skills, you might find that you are pushed into a position where people see you as a master, whether you believe it or not. Now, this could also extend to parenting. You might really be a master teacher. Like, your kids learn so much from you, watching you, talking to you, and yeah, this must not be how you see yourself for it to be a huge shift that's about to happen. or you're just going to realize you've finally gotten to a level where you feel like you've mastered what you do, what you offer. You also have, I'll read this. You creativity master. How the hell do you get master teacher and then right under that, you creativity master? How to's? If you're not doing something creative and teaching it in some way, you're missing your mark. Okay. So, huge shift that's about to happen in your life. You're probably going to end up realizing you want to teach in an artistic way or creatively. You creativity master you. We see you. Oh yeah, but do you see you? Didn't I say this power gave me doubt, self doubt about mastery? You have an artistic gift. You've known since forever that this was your happy place. For some reason connected to your past, you aren't focusing here enough. Time to unleash creativity. Keywords are creative, artistic, performer, star, and designer. Now, past stuff that could cause you to have blocked this shift from coming in for a while now could be people doubting you, people telling you, "Oh, you can't do it. You ain't that great." You it could go all the way back to your childhood. Maybe a parent made you feel like you weren't good enough. Whatever the case may be, it has a lot to do with self-worth and valuing what you bring to what you're bringing to people. And that's about to shift. Either you're going to realize, hey, I'm a master at what I do. My creative talent is top tier, or someone else is going to recognize it and let you know how great you are. And it's going to shift you into alignment with who you're supposed to be, master teacher. Okay? Either teaching as a teacher, teaching artists, or teaching through performance. Okay? You're meant to be a star. And it says you need to know that there's no obstacle, no negative energy, or even black magic that can touch you, pal, too. Woo! You are magic. Know this, and upgrades coming. Your ability to manifest is about to get upgraded, okay? But you have to shift into alignment with that energy. You have to get it into your head that can't nothing stop you. Nothing can get in your way. You are magic in the flesh. This pal 2, your anthem should be my song, I'm magic. You should sing it to yourself as an affirmation because that's literally the energy you're shifting into, okay, during this time. So, what's ending now that needs to end for my pal 2s? Okay, damn. Ooh, 8 of Swords. Feeling stuck in something? The Star. How do you get Star twice in 2 different decks? And the Queen of Cups. So, what's ending now that needs to end is you feeling stuck in any situation. Pretty much what they just told you. Feeling like there's obstacles in your way because they're letting you know it's an illusion. All you gotta do is get up, wipe them tears away, and walk on through them supposed blockades to you moving forward. So perhaps there's people in your life, there's financial issues, there's circumstances that just make you feel like I can't move forward. And that mindset has to end. You're giving too much of your power away when you do that, making it as if other people and things have more control in your life than you do. So that's an illusion. You are not trapped in any situation you're in right now. It might take you some time with the star here. It might take you praying, getting into alignment with faith and trusting and wishing and praying and knowing that you're meant to be shining. And as long as you keep pouring your heart into what you want to do and where you want to go, eventually it's going to come through. And that's what is ending is you thinking that no matter how much you pour in your faith and trust that it might never happen. With the Queen of Cups here, your intuition is about to come to the forefront. You might not have listened to it all the time, okay? And that's gotten you into matters of the heart and emotional heartache and stuff because you ignored your intuition. And that's going to end. You're about to start trusting it a lot more, to the point where it's going to guide you out of situations that once made you feel like there was no way out. Okay. So, because that mindset does need to end. That puts you in the mindset of victim. Oh, I can't move forward. Nothing goes good for me. There's nothing I can do to, I can't. When really you can. Okay. Now, how are you meant to emerge from this cycle of completion? Gonna look at Black Moon Lilith and the Queen of the Moon Oracle. How is Pal2 meant to emerge from this cycle of completion? Pal2, you have the masculine lunar god. Your divine masculine is going to be in the forefront. Okay? The divine masculine, when balanced and grounded, is about action, moving forward, taking the reins and taking control of your life and your destiny, not sitting and saying, oh, I'm stuck, I can't move forward. This energy is about moving forward. Okay. Knowing that everything is a cycle. You see how he has the phases of the moon over his head. He understands that everything is a cycle. So there's a time to rest and there's a time to move and take action. When you get the masculine, the divine masculine, it's a time for action. So you might have been feeling through this cycle like sit down and relax. By the end of it, you're meant to be ready for action. And that's probably why they're telling you to sit down and chill out, because when it's time to take action, when it's time for you to step into a position of mastery, you're going to be worn out. So take this time to hone your skills, relax, reboot your energy. All right. How else are you meant to emerge from this cycle? Pal2, you have Pluto, endings and regeneration. Oh, okay. I set up the cards wrong. I was like, what? Why is that there? Thought I skipped something. All right. So, yeah. Wow. You're going to emerge from this cycle having ended a certain aspect of who you once were, or letting go of, and this is another masculine energy coming through. Pluto is the planet of transformation, just so you know. It's the planet of a huge transformation. So, you're going to emerge leaving behind certain things. You're bringing an end to things so that you can regenerate your energy. I'm getting from this pal, there may have been people, places, or things, could be careers, whatever, that were draining and could be draining your energy at this time. Just toxic, not meant to be in your vibration. By the end of this moon cycle, you're gonna have cut these things off, and people, and regenerated yourself, transformed yourself, revived your energy, rebranded yourself. You might not even look or be the same. You might be totally different. But whatever the case may be, your life will definitely have been transformed, because you're bringing it into things and you're going to be moving towards the things that you want, that you've been holding the vision, holding that dream for. At the end of this cycle, it's going to be time to go towards them. All right. Or they're going to be coming into you. And finally, advice for eclipse season for my pal twos. Woo. Pal 2, your first card says, Gibbous Moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. So stop worrying. If you feel like you're not moving, you feel like you're not getting there, you don't trust, they're letting you know you're very close. Your advice is to chill out and hold the vision, because it's coming in, okay? And wait for your guides to give you the signal or the sign that tells you time to move. For you guys, it's going to be by the new moon. That's when you're going to be feeling like, okay, time to take, I was about to say time for some action, but that's literally, that should also be your theme song. Okay. At the end of the cycle, tattoos, y'all got moon magic transformation. What did I just tell y'all? The planet Pluto is bringing in transformation. And another thing I want to tell you, pal twos, You may also want to go back and listen to PAL 4, because if you don't realize, in case you didn't peep it, now I'm trying to show y'all something and I can't find what I'm looking for. Oh, same symbol. Okay. So this is kind of letting you know, if you felt called to PAL 4, you should go back. If you didn't, don't. I chose PAL 4 and I felt called to this. So I guess that's confirmation for me. I belonged at both. But transformation, your advice is to allow it to happen. No matter how hard it might feel, how much it might feel like, oh, when is it going to be over? I'm stuck in this process. It's not ending. I don't see it changing. It is. It's changing. It's changing on a spiritual level, on a spirit level. They're doing the work if you just sit your ass down and let your guides do it. That's what I'm hearing from them. Like, you don't see transformation because you're in the way. That's what they're saying. Get out the way, sit down for a minute, hold the vision so we can connect and see what it is you really want. Do you even know? Or are you too busy? Sit, hold the vision so your guides can connect and do the work, and you'll see things shift and begin to flow. That's their advice for you. One more card. They said, oh, we ain't done with PAL 2. Hold up. One more card for you, my PAL 2s. Advice for this eclipse season. New moon in Sagittarius. Focus on the positive. And you know why this is creeping me out? Because I believe PAL 4 also said lighten up. These pals have to be kind of connected a little bit. Yeah. Focus on the positive, positive thinking, positive affirmations, listening to my positive affirmations and meditations and visualizations and songs in that S.T.E.A.M meditation and visualization playlist. I'm telling y'all, it's a lot of jewels there. I use them for my own self. But that's your advice. Positive mindset, hold your vision, chill for a minute, plan right now. Don't go into action until it's closer to the new moon. And don't be afraid of the transformation and the changes that are coming in. Because at the end of it all, you're going to be sitting emotionally, feeling good. That's what I got for you, my pal twos, my master teachers. If this resonated with you, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe and join this family of light. Till next time, I'll be moving on to PAL 1. Yes, everybody, if you just popped in, I went backwards with the PALs today. I went from 4 to PAL 1. And so we are at the final part of this session. PAL 1. If you were drawn to this symbol, this crystal moon crescent. The crescent moon gives me new moon energy. So if you're drawn to PAL 1, I really feel that the new moon is going to be a powerful time for you, and that this full moon right here is like your incubator. It's like your rites of passage. It's almost like you're in an egg. I'm seeing PAL 1 in like an egg. And it's like all of the ingredients that you're going to need when this eggshell cracks open are being poured in right now. But you don't see it because the moon's energy is like that. You're not able to see because they want you to feel. All right. So your objective at this time is to not be afraid because you can't see the way forward. You are being told, PAL 1s, that you need to 100% trust. Trust your guidance, trust your intuition, and trust that anything that is coming to an end is so that a new beginning can come in. Now let's get into it. So your first question, what huge shift is about to happen in your life, my PAL 1s? You're going to get a card that's black, one that's white, and one that is brown. Okay. What huge shift is about to happen in your life? For my PAL 1s, take that black one, white one, brown one. Okay. So my PAL 1s, swift movement. Okay, so maybe things feel like they're moving slow, they're dragging along. The huge shift that's about to happen in your life is things are about to move real quick, like change up fast. or you're going to be pushed into action quick. All right. So, this is a real serious incubation time for you, planning, getting yourself prepared for whatever it is you want to do next in this world. All right. Even if it's just sitting on your butt and collecting checks or sitting on a beach somewhere for the rest of your days, you need to start planning those steps because um, you're about to have a shift from things feeling like it ain't moving to like, whoa, okay, we going now. Scattering your energy everywhere doesn't always mean productive. It could actually just be a waste of time, as nothing can get 100% of your focus. So it's time to start to narrow down your responsibilities. I'm not saying this is the plannings, the incubator. Keywords: doing too much, prioritize, scattered energy, calling back your power, many talents. Another pal with multi talents might be connected to pal three. Not saying all of these pals, probably everybody here has multi talents, but those are the two pals that the multi talents are getting in the way, like finding trouble to focus on one. So the shift that's happening in your life at this time that's going to come in is you starting to call back your energy and not putting everything as a priority, really realizing what is your priority and numbering. You're somebody that needs to make a list, like a to-do list or a want list or a want to-do list, and then prioritize and one at a time. All right. Because like I said, swift movement is also coming in. And so your guides are asking you to be more clear about the direction. Otherwise, you're going to feel scattered. Like, oh my God, oh my God. All these things are happening. All these things are coming in. I put my energy towards all of them, and now I don't have any energy now that they're actually happening. Okay. And it says, you need to know that it's okay to question the world, this life, and source. This is your time of a spiritual growth spurt. So open up to new wisdom. So, another huge shift that's about to happen in your life is you are going to probably start to study or learn about something that's going to give you a spiritual growth spurt. That's going to make you feel more like you understand what's happening in the world, how it relates to you, and your connection to your guides. And when I say it's okay to question, sometimes people will say, you don't question God, or you don't question why things happen. This is just God's way, or this is just the way it is. But when you are on a spiritual journey towards awakening, you have to question. You have to make sure you're going the right way. You have to make sure it resonates with you. You know what I'm saying? If it don't resonate, why am I going this way? Why am I believing this? So what's going to shift for you is your understanding of your spiritual beliefs and your spiritual connection to the world. And if you're somebody that came up in somebody else's, hey, fool. But if you're somebody who came up believing something because of someone else, maybe your parents or circumstance, then no. They're like, what's going to happen now is you're going to feel like you need to be on your own spiritual journey, finding your own spiritual truth and what you're connected to. So that's a shift for you. And you may, even if you're already connected, you may actually find your spiritual calling. Like, okay, I feel comfortable believing and practicing this. All right. So, what's ending now during this cycle that needs to end? For my pal ones, we have the Empress, the Ace of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. All right. My pal ones. This is interesting. What is ending this cycle that needs to end? Well, give me a minute. It's not that it's a bad thing. Okay. So for one, with the Empress coming through, you might have been somebody who spent more time caring about how other people felt, making sure other people felt comfortable, felt good, could even be your kids. You're going to be taking more time to take care of you. Self care, going on a retreat, going to the spa, doing a makeover day for yourself, relaxing at home, going on vacation. It's just like you're going to be ending where you pour into others and then you're empty and have nothing to pour into yourself. You're going to be letting that people pleaser energy go, making sure everybody's happy and good and okay, and start to be more, am I good? Am I okay? And not feeling guilty. I hear that for you guys. Empress, sometimes when she starts to focus on herself and taking care of herself and loving on herself, she starts to feel guilty. Like, oh, am I ignoring this person? Or do I need to take more time into my kids? And it's time for you. Okay. Ace of Wands is coming in. Now, it came in next to the Seven of Swords. There may have been opportunities you missed in the past, either due to people sneaking behind your back and stealing those opportunities, or maybe you were sneaky doing something, trying to get an opportunity underhandedly. Whatever the case may be, the sneaky stuff is ending. This Seven of Swords, anything that's done in secret or sneaky at this time is going to be revealed. So if there's any like people that have been blocking your success, if there has been any infidelities in your relationships, if there's anything that is going on now that's like there's underhandedness, sneakiness, it's going to be exposed. All right. And that's going to be ended so that you could get these opportunities. I feel like there's a new opportunity that's been trying to come in for you for a long time now. And that it might have been blocked either by karma, by bad karma. And now you're kind of shifting it with this Empress energy, or it could have been blocked literally by somebody hating. Okay. That is getting cleared out. That's ending at this time for you. You're going to find that the more you focus on taking care of you and your happiness, the better your life is going to get and better for everybody around you because you can't pour into anybody, like I said, if you have nothing to give. All right. So, next question. How are you meant to emerge from this cycle completion? I'm going to use the Queen of the Moon Oracle and Black Moon Lilith Oracle. All right. How is Power One meant to emerge from this cycle completion? Hunger. Wolf Moon. Power One, you are meant to emerge from this cycle completion hungry, ready for what's meant for you, free. I feel like this pal stifles their voice. Look at a wolf at that full moon. This full moon's going to make you feel like expressing yourself, not being quiet anymore. This eclipse energy, and we're sitting in it right now. That's why I started as soon as the eclipse began, and it's at its fullest, I think, at 1 something today, and it finishes at 2 something. I'm in America. We can't see it over here because it's the daytime where when it's happening. But those that are on the other side of the planet can see it. And it's the blood moon. And the blood moon is it means the moon's going to take on a little shade of red because of the earth passing. It's a whole scientific thing. But anyway, you guys are going to really be feeling like it's time to emerge, period. If you've been suppressing your talents, if you've been shutting your voice down, if you haven't been speaking out, if you haven't been fully shining, that hunger to finally be like, I'm no longer going to be quiet. I'm no longer going to be the backseat. I'm going to now open up and just show my power. That's what is it's meant to emerge. You're meant to step into that energy, just hungry to go after the things that you feel called to, following your instincts. All righty. And how else are you meant to emerge from this cycle? Get another card. Power One, it says the nodes of the moon. You're meant to emerge released, clear, and aligned. Yeah. You are meant to emerge from this cycle released, like having let go and released anything that is toxic, anything that does not serve you in a positive way. You're meant to clear out any negative thoughts, any negative connections, anything that's not matching what you're hungry for, what you want to call in. It it cannot follow you forward. All right. You're meant to emerge fully in alignment with your calling. Okay. Whew. All right. So let me get you your advice for this full moon eclipse energy, my ones, as if you didn't already get some. All right. Advice for my pal ones. Got two. It would not unstick from each other. So it says, fixed moon, hold your vision. You might want to listen to PAL 2 because I said that for PAL 2 100,000 times. It was PAL 2. Yeah, I was saying hold your vision. You too. Fixed moon, and the moon looks very similar. You have two moons that are in crescents, almost. Be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon. Wait, let me take a sip of water. So, about ones, your advice at this time, don't forget your dreams. Hold your vision. If it doesn't seem like the what you hoped for your life hasn't emerged yet, they're saying don't lose your vision because it's coming in. But it's time you have to release, clear, and align first. You have to be in alignment with it. And at this time, there's still some, I feel like some love on yourself that's necessary, some time to yourself. I keep feeling like this Pisces energy is telling you to retreat, pull your energy back a bit, um, to take care of you, to be self dash ish right now. A little selfish, you know, but not stingy. You know, people misunderstand that term, selfish. Okay. And be bold to make the first move. The advice to you at this time is not to sit around and wait for somebody else to say something to you. Don't sit around and wait for somebody else to give you an opportunity. If you see something you want to do, if you have something you want to say at this time, let it out. Do it. Make that move. Okay. If there's something you want to release, make the move. You know, you're saying be bold. Don't sit back and be a passive participant in your own life. Okay. New moon. Beginnings. Didn't I say this, pal? Got this crescent looking new moon, and that I felt like you're really going to be connected to the new moon energy? Well, here's confirmation. All right. Your advice is to let beginnings come in. New things are coming in for you. So, your advice during this time is things that are falling to the wayside, let them. Don't cling to anything that's fading away. Don't cling to anyone that is not rushing in towards you. At this time, you are not to chase anything. Beginnings are starting. So let things naturally fall to the wayside that have to fall to the wayside. That could be relationships, that and not necessarily, it could even be old dreams. Maybe you had this old idea of what you thought you were going to be doing or your life was going to be. Well, new energy is coming in, and it's time for a new vision. All right. Or to get more in alignment with a new vision and leave behind this old idea because you're not that person anymore. You're a different person now. All right. And you will be by the end of this cycle. All right. Because you're going to be kind of spiritually on another tip by the end of this cycle. Okay. And your last card of advice, assess the situation. There's another pile that had assess. All right. So I feel like some of these piles are all connected. First quarter moon in Virgo. All right. And we are in Virgo energy right now. So if you are Virgo, a fool, I know you're a Virgo. In fact, this is going to be a potent and powerful time of transformation for Virgos because we're in the Virgo vortex. Why? Because this doesn't happen for many years. Two Virgo new moons, like a Virgo new moon for the beginning of the Virgo season. And we're ending this month with a Virgo, another Virgo new moon. I thought I was wrong. I had to keep looking it up and asking people like, there's two? It was like, yep, two. So they're calling this period from August 22nd to September 22nd the Virgo vortex, where it's a time to analyze things, to simplify, find practical steps to manifest the things you want to do, um, and to really assess stuff. And you literally got told, yeah, your advice is to assess the situation, assess things, whatever it is you're focusing on at this time, assess the situation before you make your step towards it. Because right now, my power ones, it's all about you with this Empress here and an opportunity for you to do you, to blow up, to whatever it is with this Ace of Wands, somebody, and it feels like it's given to you when you least expect it. You might be chilling, relaxing, taking care of yourself, minding your own business, no longer involved with someone who's sneaky, or at a job where people are hating on you, or in a relationship with people who are not committed. And then this opportunity is going to come in, and it's going to be a new beginning for you. Because by focusing on you, you're actually releasing, clearing, and aligning. Wow. That's what I got for you, my power ones. I hope that this resonated. And yeah, I hope y'all come back again and go through the sound bowl healing with me again and again during this time period, all the way until we get to the new moon. Okay. If you're new here, join us, subscribe. Also, reminder for some folks that don't know, the extension has been given for traveling to Bonessa, to Guinea, West Africa, with me on the Bonessa journey to Guinea into the new year from December 30th to January 12th. Afua is actually one of the ambassadors. If you're interested in the buddy deal, you can reach out to her on Facebook, Messenger, possibly. And I don't know if you want to put your email or go that far, but that's up to you. Or message me and I could connect you. But if you're interested in still traveling, there are spaces left. But this extension ends when the spaces are filled. So you have to jump on it. I don't want anybody to put a deposit in and I got to return it until it's filled up. So jump now, and yeah, let's see what happens. How many of us get to unify over there in West Africa? And I'll be bringing my sound bowls, and we are going to be really doing some connecting to the land, healing work, healing the planet as well, and helping people over there while we are helping ourselves, a give and a take with the motherland. And on that note, y'all, sending you so much light and love. Remember to check out www.thesumacenter.com. I do this on the house, but if you feel like giving a donation, all that information should be in the description. Until next time, peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. Love y'all. Bye.